Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Sophia.
And I'm James. We're here to help you learn English in a fun and easy way.
Today, we have an exciting topic for you. We're going to talk about public speaking. Public speaking means talking in front of a group of people. It can be scary, but don't worry. We will give you tips and techniques to help you become more confident.
That's right, Sophia. Public speaking is important. It can help you in many ways. For example, you might need to give a presentation at school, talk in a meeting at work, or even speak at a friend's wedding. Being good at public speaking can make these situations much easier.
Yes, James. Let's start with the basics. What do you think makes a good public speaker?
Good question, Sophia. I think a good public speaker is someone who is clear and confident. They speak in a way that is easy to understand. They also make eye contact with the audience and use their body language to communicate.
Absolutely, James. Clarity and confidence are key. Now, let's talk about how we can achieve that. One of the first things we can do is practice. Practice makes perfect, as they say. The more you practice speaking in front of people, the better you will become.
That's a great point, Sophia. Practicing can help you feel more comfortable and less nervous. You can practice by speaking in front of a mirror, recording yourself, or even speaking to a small group of friends or family.
Exactly. Another important technique is to prepare well. Before you give a speech or a presentation, make sure you know your topic well. Write down what you want to say and organize your thoughts. This will help you feel more confident and stay on track.
Yes, preparation is very important. When you are prepared, you feel more in control. And when you feel in control, you are less likely to be nervous.
Right, James? Also, don't forget to breathe. It sounds simple, but taking deep breaths can help calm your nerves. When you are nervous, your body can feel tense. Deep breathing helps you relax and focus.
That's a great tip, Sophia. Deep breathing can really make a difference. Now, let's talk about body language. Your body can say a lot without you even speaking. Good body language can make you appear confident and engaged.
Yes, James. For example, standing up straight with your shoulders back shows confidence. Making eye contact with your audience shows that you are interested and connected. And using your hands to gesture can make your speech more dynamic and interesting.
Exactly, Sophia. And remember to smile. A smile can make you look friendly and approachable. It can also make you feel more relaxed.
Smiling is definitely important, James. And one more thing, try to be yourself. Authenticity is very powerful. When you are genuine and speak from the heart, people are more likely to listen and connect with you.
That's a wonderful point, Sophia. Being yourself can help you feel more comfortable and confident. And when you are comfortable, your audience will be too.
Here are the key points for becoming a good public speaker. Practice, prepare, breathe, use good body language, smile, and be yourself.
We talked about the basics of public speaking and some general tips to get started. And now we're going to dive deeper into specific techniques that can help you become a better public speaker.
That's right, James. Let's start with one of the most important techniques, knowing your audience. Understanding who you are speaking to can help you tailor your speech to their interests and needs. For example, if you are speaking to a group of students, you might use simpler language and more examples. If you are speaking to professionals, you might use more technical terms and detailed information.
Knowing your audience is crucial, Sophia. It helps you connect with them and make your speech more relevant. Another important technique is structuring your speech. A well-structured speech is easier to follow and understand. You can use the following structure: introduction, main points, and conclusion.
Yes, James. The introduction is where you grab your audience's attention. You can start with a question, a quote, a story, or a surprising fact. The main points are the core of your speech. Make sure each point is clear and supported with examples or evidence. Finally, the conclusion is where you summarize your main points and leave your audience with a memorable message.
That's a great structure, Sophia. Another technique is to use stories and examples. People love stories because they are interesting and easy to remember. When you use stories and examples, your audience can relate to what you are saying. It makes your speech more engaging and memorable.
Absolutely, James. Stories can make complex ideas simpler and more relatable. Now, let's talk about using visual aids. Visual aids like slides, pictures, and videos can help illustrate your points and keep your audience engaged. Just make sure your visual aids are clear and not too crowded with information.
Visual aids are very helpful, Sophia. They can make your speech more dynamic and interesting. Another technique is to practice with feedback. Ask a friend or family member to listen to your speech and give you feedback. They can tell you what you are doing well and where you can improve.
Yes, James, feedback is very valuable. It can help you see things you might not notice on your own. Also, recording yourself can be a great way to practice. When you watch or listen to your recording, you can see how you are doing and make improvements.
Recording yourself is a fantastic idea, Sophia. It allows you to see your body language, hear your voice, and notice any nervous habits you might have. Speaking of voice, let's talk about voice modulation. Changing the tone, pitch, and volume of your voice can make your speech more interesting and keep your audience engaged.
Voice modulation is very powerful, James. It can help you emphasize important points and convey emotions. For example, if you are telling a sad story, you might speak in a softer, slower tone. If you are sharing an exciting fact, you might speak louder and faster.
That's a great point, Sophia. Another important technique is pausing. Pauses can give your audience time to think about what you have said. They can also make your speech more dramatic and impactful. Just be careful not to pause too often or for too long.
Pausing is indeed very effective, James. It can also give you a moment to collect your thoughts and calm your nerves. Now, let's talk about handling questions. Sometimes your audience might have questions. Be prepared to answer them. If you don't know the answer, it's okay to say you don't know and offer to find out later.
Handling questions can be challenging, Sophia, but being honest and respectful goes a long way. Another technique is to stay positive. Even if you make a mistake, keep going. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's part of learning. What's important is how you handle them.
Staying positive is so important, James. Mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow. Lastly, let's talk about visualization. Before your speech, take a few minutes to visualize yourself speaking confidently and successfully. This can help reduce anxiety and boost your confidence.
Visualization is a powerful tool, Sophia. It can help you feel more prepared and confident. To summarize, here are the key techniques to improve your public speaking skills. Know your audience, structure your speech, use stories and examples. Use visual aids, practice with feedback, record yourself, use voice modulation, pause, handle questions, stay positive, and visualize success.
These techniques can really make a difference. James, we will talk about building confidence for public speaking.
We talked about specific techniques to improve your public speaking skills. And now we're going to focus on building confidence for public speaking.
That's right, James. Confidence is key when it comes to public speaking. Even if you have all the right techniques, it's hard to deliver a great speech if you don't feel confident. So, let's start with some basic ideas on how to build confidence.
Exactly, Sophia. Let's dive into some common types of audiences and how to handle them. First, we have the friendly audience. This audience is supportive and interested in what you have to say. They are usually easy to engage with because they are on your side. To connect with a friendly audience, you can be more relaxed and conversational. Share personal stories and experiences to create a bond with them.
Friendly audiences are great because they boost your confidence. Another type is the neutral audience. This audience doesn't have strong feelings about your topic. They might not be very interested or informed about it. To engage a neutral audience, you need to capture their interest from the start. Use intriguing facts, questions, or stories to draw them in. Make your content relevant to their lives and needs.
Neutral audiences can be challenging because they are harder to engage. But with the right approach, you can win them over. Now, let's talk about the hostile audience. This audience might disagree with your views or be critical of your topic. Handling a hostile audience requires a lot of tact and confidence. Start by acknowledging their concerns and showing that you understand their perspective. Use calm and respectful language, present your points logically, and support them with evidence.
Dealing with a hostile audience can be tough, but staying calm and respectful can help diffuse tension. Another audience type is the mixed audience. This audience has a variety of opinions and levels of knowledge about your topic. To engage a mixed audience, try to balance your speech by including something for everyone. Use clear explanations for those who might not be familiar with the topic, and also include deeper insights for those who are more knowledgeable.
Mixed audiences require a balanced approach. Sophia, you need to be inclusive and make sure everyone can follow along. Now, let's discuss the uninterested audience. This audience is not engaged or motivated to listen. They might be distracted or attending your speech out of obligation. To capture their attention, you need to be especially engaging. Use humor, interactive elements, and relatable stories to draw them in. Keep your energy high and vary your tone and pace to maintain their interest.
An uninterested audience can be challenging, but with the right techniques, you can turn their attention around. Another important audience type is the expert audience. This audience is knowledgeable about your topic and might even know more than you do in certain areas. To engage an expert audience, you need to be well prepared and confident. Provide detailed information and insights that they might not have considered. Encourage questions and discussions to make them feel involved.
Engaging an expert audience can be intimidating, but it's also a great opportunity to learn and exchange ideas. Now, let's talk about large audiences. When speaking to a large audience, it can be harder to create a personal connection. To engage a large audience, use clear and strong body language. Make sure your voice is loud enough to be heard by everyone. Use visual aids to keep their attention and help illustrate your points.
Large audiences require you to be more dynamic and clear. Make sure to scan the room and make eye contact with different sections to include everyone. On the other hand, small audiences allow for a more intimate and interactive experience. With a small audience, you can be more conversational and ask questions to engage them directly. Personalize your speech to make it more relevant to them.
Small audiences are great for creating a more personal and engaging experience. Finally, let's talk about cultural differences. When speaking to an audience from a different culture, it's important to be aware of their customs, values, and communication styles. Do some research beforehand to understand what is appropriate and what might be offensive. Be respectful and open-minded, and try to find common ground.
Cultural sensitivity is very important, James. It helps you connect with your audience and show respect for their background. To summarize, here are the key points for handling different types of audiences. Understand your audience, tailor your message to their interests and needs, use appropriate techniques for each audience type, and be aware of cultural differences.
We talked about handling different types of audiences. And now, we're going to focus on handling Q&A sessions and dealing with unexpected situations during your speech.
That's right, James. Let's start with Q&A sessions. A Q&A session, or question and answer session, is a common part of many speeches and presentations. It allows the audience to ask questions and interact with the speaker. Handling Q&A sessions well can enhance your credibility and engagement with the audience.
Absolutely, Sophia. The first tip for handling Q&A sessions is to prepare in advance. Think about the possible questions your audience might ask and prepare your answers. This can help you feel more confident and less surprised by the questions.
Preparation is key, James. It's also important to listen carefully to each question. Make sure you understand the question before you start answering. If the question is unclear, don't be afraid to ask the person to repeat it or clarify it.
Listening carefully is crucial, Sophia. It shows respect to the person asking the question and ensures that you provide a relevant and accurate answer. Another tip is to stay calm and composed. Even if you get a difficult or unexpected question, take a moment to think before you respond. Staying calm will help you think more clearly and respond more effectively.
Staying calm is very important, James. If you don't know the answer to a question, it's okay to admit it. You can say something like, "That's a great question. I'm not sure of the answer, but I can find out and get back to you." Honesty is better than trying to guess or giving incorrect information.
That's a great point, Sophia. Honesty builds trust with your audience. Another technique is to repeat the question before answering it. This ensures that everyone in the audience hears the question and gives you a moment to gather your thoughts.
Repeating the question is a good strategy, James. It also shows that you are engaged and paying attention. Now, let's talk about keeping your answers concise. Try to answer questions as clearly and briefly as possible. Long-winded answers can lose the audience's interest.
Concise answers are more effective, Sophia. If a question requires a detailed response, you can offer to discuss it further after the session. This keeps the Q&A session moving smoothly and respects everyone's time.
That's a great tip, James. It's also important to engage the whole audience during the Q&A session. Even though you are answering one person's question, make eye contact with the entire audience to keep everyone involved.
Engaging the whole audience is key, Sophia. It helps maintain their interest and makes the session feel more inclusive. Now, let's discuss dealing with unexpected situations during your speech. No matter how well you prepare, unexpected things can happen. How you handle them can make a big difference.
That's so true, James. One common unexpected situation is technical difficulties. For example, your microphone might stop working, or your slides might not display correctly. It's important to stay calm and not panic. If possible, have a backup plan. For instance, have printed copies of your slides or be prepared to speak without a microphone.
Technical difficulties can be frustrating, Sophia, but staying calm and adaptable can help you manage them effectively. Another unexpected situation is audience interruptions. Sometimes, audience members might interrupt you with questions or comments. It's important to handle interruptions politely and professionally. You can acknowledge the interruption and suggest that questions be held until the Q&A session.
Handling interruptions politely is crucial, James. It shows that you are respectful and in control of the situation. Another challenge can be losing your place in your speech. This can happen if you get nervous or distracted. If this happens, take a deep breath, refer to your notes if you have them, and continue from where you left off.
Losing your place can be unsettling, Sophia, but taking a moment to regroup can help you get back on track. Another unexpected situation is negative reactions from the audience. If someone disagrees with you or reacts negatively, stay calm and respectful. Acknowledge their viewpoint and respond thoughtfully. Avoid getting defensive or confrontational.
Handling negative reactions with grace is very important, James. It shows that you are professional and open-minded. Finally, let's talk about time management. Sometimes, you might run out of time before finishing your speech or answering all the questions. It's important to keep an eye on the time and manage it effectively. If you see that you are running out of time, You can summarize your key points and offer to continue the discussion afterward.
Time management is crucial, Sophia. It shows respect for your audience's time and keeps your speech focused. To summarize, here are the key points for handling Q&A sessions and unexpected situations. Prepare in advance, listen carefully, stay calm and composed, repeat the question, keep answers concise, engage the whole audience, have a backup plan for technical difficulties, handle interruptions politely, take a moment if you lose your place, respond to negative reactions thoughtfully, and manage your time effectively.
These tips can help you handle Q&A sessions and unexpected situations with confidence. James, we hope our listeners find them helpful. Thank you for joining us in this podcast series on public speaking.
Yes, thank you. We hope you've enjoyed our tips and techniques for public speaking. Remember, practice and preparation are key to becoming a confident and effective public speaker.
Absolutely, James. And remember, everyone can improve their public speaking skills with the right techniques and a positive mindset. Thanks for listening, and we wish you all the best in your public speaking journey.
Goodbye for now. See you next time.